usefulness and benefit of tracking your monthly cycle goes way beyond fertility. Mikal Klaus-Stevens is a maternity consultant, pregnancy coach, certified childbirth educator. She's also the birth lady. She joins us to share tips. We think of tracking our fertility as being something we do when we're trying to conceive. But this is actually a benefit that has many benefits that go way past just fertility.
Yes. It's the information that you get from tracking. It's great if you're trying to get pregnant or you're trying to avoid getting pregnant, but it also works from adolescence, when puberty starts, all the way through menopause. You get useful information.
Let's talk first about this quantified self movement. We see everyone wearing these Fitbits and everyone's tracking their steps. Talk about that.
Right. Well, you see it in lots of places. Now, active links from Weight Watchers and Fitbits, and there are lots of different kinds of devices that are attached to different apps so that you can get some hard data about what's happening with your own health. And people are really into it. So this is, for women, a different data set that they can track that actually has influence on all those other aspects of their life as well.
Right. Now, what are the data and how would you measure them?
So the data are small changes that happen in temperature and also physical changes that happen as the hormones change over the course of a cycle. So women can take their temperature first thing in the morning, track these little changes. It takes about 2 minutes a day to track it and put it down on your chart, and that's it.
So some women are already familiar with fertility charting or natural family planning. Is it the same thing?
The method is the same, but you can use this information for much broader uses.
Of course, right. So we think of it as being something that we use, like we talked about when you want to have a child. But I should do this just to be more in touch and connected with my own body.
Yes.
Now, you can also use this as early warning signs, as an indicator that something might be wrong with your health.
Right. When you're tracking these different signs, you become very familiar with what's happening in your body on any given day and how those changes play out over the course of your cycle. So women have picked up things like the female cancers, uterine, cervical, those kinds of cancers, breast cancer, other health problems like early menopause or endometriosis, because they're tracking that stuff, paying attention to what's happening in their body every day.
Listening to it and being connected to it. And we talked earlier about how a lot of us are all about how we look, but it really is more important to pay attention to how you feel and noticing these changes.
Yeah, and I think also today where women are really focusing a lot on how they look. You know, we have a lot of pressure on us to focus on how we look. And this takes us inside ourselves to what is going on inside of our bodies, which is a good reality check, that it's not all what's happening on the outside. What's happening on the inside is really what's the important thing.
Exactly, absolutely. What would we need to get started with this charting?
Well, first you need to learn how to do it and what to look for. So I suggest using the book Taking Charge of Your Fertility by Tony Weskler. It's really the Bible of tracking. So that's the first thing. There are other websites you can get the information from too, but this is really the definitive guide. Then you need a thermometer, a digital thermometer which tracks basal body temperature. And the difference between basal body temperature and a regular thermometer is that basal body temp will track to the 10th of the degree, not 2/10. So you need to get down to the 10th of the degree with your thermometer.
To do this, right?
Yep, and then you need an app or a paper chart, something that you're actually going to track on.
Right.
And that's it.
You can get that offline, so it's very simple, doesn't take long, and it can tell you a lot about your body and also help you with mood, all these things that really affect our everyday life.
Right, mood, energy level, weight, diet, all of that stuff, sleep, it's all connected.
So to get started, you can head to our website, mymassappeal.com, to see all of Mikal, the birth lady's tips. Thanks so much.
Thanks.